What is the role of the United Nations in enforcing armed conflict law? The role of the United Nations in enforcing armed conflict law is more relevant than ever. With ongoing conflicts around the world, many are asking how international law is upheld. Just yesterday, the United Nations Security Council discussed the situation in Ukraine, highlighting the need for accountability in armed conflicts. So, what exactly does the United Nations do to ensure compliance with these laws? The United Nations plays a vital role in supporting international humanitarian law, which includes the Geneva Conventions and the laws of armed conflict. These laws dictate how wars should be conducted and how both civilians and combatants should be treated during conflicts. The United Nations encourages all member states to adhere to these laws. One of the primary ways the United Nations enforces these laws is through its Security Council. The Security Council can refer situations to the International Criminal Court for investigation and prosecution. This is particularly important when a country is unable or unwilling to hold violators accountable. The International Criminal Court, while independent, often collaborates with the United Nations. This partnership is especially significant when the Security Council acts under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter. This allows for investigations and trials of individuals accused of war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity. The United Nations also monitors ongoing conflicts and reports on violations of international humanitarian law. Peacekeeping missions are deployed to protect civilians and maintain order in war zones. These missions frequently include human rights monitors who document abuses and support justice efforts. In addition, the United Nations supports treaties that regulate the conduct of war. For instance, the Arms Trade Treaty requires states to evaluate whether arms exports could lead to violations of humanitarian law. The United Nations encourages states to deny arms sales if there is a high risk of misuse. Furthermore, the United Nations assists in establishing special tribunals to prosecute war crimes. In response to the conflict in Ukraine, the Council of Europe, with support from the United Nations, is working on a special tribunal to prosecute leaders responsible for aggression. The actions of the United Nations in enforcing armed conflict law include supporting treaties, monitoring conflicts, referring cases to international courts, and helping establish special tribunals. These efforts aim to protect civilians and uphold the rules governing warfare.